Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the We're Just Gonna Wing It podcast. My name is Mr. Get Big, and this is episode number 10. I don't know how we got to 10 episodes, but somehow we're here, and this is by far the weirdest episode that we've done yet. Namely being that we discuss Area 51, being relentless, and somehow we start talking about Brock shitting himself. You're going to want to listen to the whole thing. It gets real weird real fast. Like, subscribe, share it out, everybody. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say, man. This is the weirdest episode we've ever done. Enjoy, guys.
Podcast not telling me.
No, I understand that I've done that.
And I'm saying like some off the wall shit like the Jews faked the moon landing and
The Jews did fake the moon landing. I don't think it was the Jews. I think it was just us in general. I'm on the boat with Spencer now, dude.
You're on the boat?
What was the... Yeah, I'm on the boat.
I don't know. I still feel like it was real.
It was fake, bro. No, I don't remember what I was going to say at all.
You're going to do really good tonight. I can feel it.
Do you?
Yep.
Area 51, bro. Do you want to sign up for it and go for it?
No, because I'm not going to do it.
Why not?
You think I'm going to Naruto run past bullets? You're out of your mind.
I don't think it's called Naruto run.
It's Naruto run.
It's Naruto.
No, it's Naruto.
You would actually know this more
you
than I
say
would.
Naruto as an American, as a white man. Like, yeah, I'm going to go to Japan and do a Naruto run. No, it's Naruto.
So there was a Snapchat of like a military conference, and they were like, we have to go over this bullshit thanks to you guys now.
Yeah.
And it was about the Area 51 invasion.
It's like, if there's
and I'm
enough,
like, that's hysterical.
If there's enough probability, and it doesn't even have to like happen, but if there is enough people talking about it, that it could be a national security thing, like they have to prepare for it. And it would not surprise me at all. September 20th, they're just lined up, and they're going to be geared up, and they're going to stand there and like, look.
You're going to mow them down.
You cross the line, you're going to fucking die. Bottom line.
If we got a rich benefactor to pay for our tickets, I'm not going to say that I have someone in mind, but all I'm saying is, just roll with me on this concept, all right?
I'm
wink,
rolling.
wink, wink, wink. If I could get us tickets to just be in the area on September 20th, you mean to tell me you wouldn't even like hop in the car with me and go check out and see what's going down?
No, I would definitely go and grab a seat on the top of a cliff and just watch these fucking idiots get mowed down.
Mow them down,
Oh
dude.
God.
Gatling gun.
Yep.
Just fucking...
Done. And then
right along.
it would be one... No, this is what would happen. You would have a bunch of people... I think what it will turn out to be is you'll probably get a couple hundred people who are going to show up, but I think they're just going to stay on the outskirts. They're going to have signs, and
like,
it'll probably be like a big party type
like
of thing.
yeah, I was going to say like big, like an EDM concert, but on crack and with aliens.
Yep, and they're wearing Naruto headbands, and they're like running back and forth.
So apparently, I didn't watch it, but there's this thing on Snapchat too now, where there's like the guy who accidentally came up with this idea is like freaking out.
Yeah, he's like,
because he's like in trouble.
Yeah, he should be.
Fucking idiot, man. But yeah, it's like legitimately a thing that people are actually contemplating doing, and it makes me nervous.
It doesn't really surprise me though at this point. Just with everything, I feel like the internet has become such
a fucking psychopath show.
Well, no, not even that. I feel like it's literally like you see in the movies how like AIs have this hive mind type thing where it's like one thought across so many different, we'll just use robots for example.
Mm-hmm.
So you have one AI, all the robots are together, they all have the same thought. As humans, we're still our own person, but the internet has brought so many different thoughts and ideas together. I feel like we're at a weird crossroads where stuff's starting to just meld together. Like, take First Form, for example.
Yeah.
Like, the Summer Smash thing. Literally, Andy even said he did not know how the first one was going to go. They just released a video, and they're like, we don't even know if we're going to sell tickets. If we don't, then we'll just play it off like it was a joke. Mm-hmm. And then it sold out in, like, 3 minutes. And it's like, oh, well, now we got to do something. Like, just that right there is, like,
you really don't know what's going to happen.
No, and if you put stuff out online and enough people see it and enough people get behind it, most likely something's going to happen from it.
Yeah. Which makes me somewhat uncomfortable that we're performing a podcast, because in some way, shape, or form, like, we're either going to say the wrong thing and get in a lot of trouble.
I'm still surprised you didn't get fired.
Yeah, same. Especially because my one boss left.
Disclaimer.
My boss
Disclaimer.
definitely
Disclaimer.
listens.
Disclaimer. I am not saying anything more. I am not going to feel
mention
bad.
as long as you don't mention names, we're fine.
I'm just putting it out there that I've stopped this. You are on your own. You are on your own little tugboat, rowing yourself out into the deep blue.
Oh, shit.
And if Jaws comes and gets you, like, that's on you. I'm going to be on the shoreline like, bye, Julian.
Dude, no, because I'll find work. I'll find a work elsewhere.
No, you're not. Dude, I've already screamed this at you. You're not allowed to keep skipping jobs. You need to fucking settle down.
Dude, I'll find work elsewhere. It's not a big deal.
Anchor in. Dig your toes into the sand a little. Chill there for a little bit.
I want to. I'm just, no, I want to. But if we blow up, we blow up, dude. It is what it is. If we get super famous, there's no looking back.
If we get super famous off this, I don't even know, man. I think I will give up on humanity.
Yeah, because we shouldn't be.
We should not.
We're the
be
last two people who should be listening to.
Yeah, absolutely. There's Andy Frisella, Joe Rogan.
Oh.
Like, there's so many great podcasts out there.
So many.
And you're going to sit here and waste their time listening to us ramble and shoot the shit? Like, come the fuck on.
No purpose. No end game.
No.
But people hit me up. They're like, you guys have a great chemistry. You guys flow really well. But I'm like, dude, we literally just have conversations. That's all we're doing. I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's fun. But we have no purpose.
And don't you find it weird, like, how good our chemistry is?
I mean, you think that we would be a cute couple kind of chemistry, or do you mean...
Stop making it gay. Sorry to all our gay listeners. We love you all. And now I feel and this is the thing that I love about this. Tangent. So I love the fact that we have people that do legitimately listen to us. And I do tend to just go off the rails sometimes and say stuff. Please, people. We're two idiots sitting on a porch. Julian just got done housing a protein pizza. I'm smoking a cigar. Don't take us seriously.
Oh, my God, no.
Whatever I say, it's not to be hurtful, mean, anything like that.
In any way, shape, or form.
This is literally just us
So when
talking.
we talk about being a really adorable gay couple, don't take that personally.
As cute as it would be, but anyways, tangent over, back to it.
No, for real, though, because what you said actually, I do like that. I like talking about that because, like you said, with the chemistry. But we just happen to have that. Like, when we met and everything, and we've talked about that before, when we were at GNC and Bryce introduced us and all that, like, we legit just hit it off, and we were just like, hey, man, you seem like a moron like me. I think we're going to get along great.
That's a great thing for an employee to say to their boss. You're a
You're
moron
not my
like
fucking boss anymore, man.
I was still the best manager you ever had.
Yeah, man.
Current, past, and future.
Yeah, dude. So... Yeah, you always give me this look every time you say, like, I was the best manager you've ever had. And then you just stare me down like, you better fucking say it.
You better agree with me. Fucking kill you. No, but getting back to what I was trying to say before, like, do you ever just, like, sit back and you just think about the people that you met in your life that are really close friends with you, and you just go, damn, how and why am I such good friends with this person? Because on pen and paper, and when people see us out in public, it's like, what's going on there? Like, they don't look like they're friends.
If we actually
like we
don't even interact with each other.
We scream at each other. We pretend like
we're shut the fuck up for 2 minutes. No, like, we've joked about this before, that if people read our group chat out loud, they would be convinced that none of us like each other.
I feel like we need to make that a segment. Like, the next time we get together, we're just gonna, like, screenshot. So it'll just be a couple text, and it'll just be like what that is, no context. We're just gonna read it out loud, and we're gonna see what people think of us, and be like, "Wow, you guys are not friends."
I'm fine with it. But there's and that's, you know what? There's very, very few lines that we cross. Like, the only one that I've legitimately crossed, even in, like, that I can remember in the past, like, 3 years, the one line that I crossed with Jake was he doesn't like being told to shut up.
That's
So
funny, though.
sometimes I accidentally say shut up, because I tell people to shut up. Like, if you're talking too much, you should shut the fuck up. But like when I say that to him, he legit doesn't like it. So like I've done it before, and then all of a sudden, like I say it like in a group, like I'll say it in like a group message or something, and he gets pissed off. And he's texted me and been like, dude, I really don't like that. And I'm like, oh shit. Like because I forget that we have like a friendship that needs to be like there needs to be maintained. There needs to be some sort of maintenance and not just screaming shit at each other all the time. And I was like, oh dude, like legit, my bad, dude. Like I really didn't even think of that. But you and I have never even had that. I really don't think that we've
never,
ever
like,
had anything at all.
Fought. We've had like disagreements.
I literally don't even remember a single disagreement.
I don't, but I feel like there had to have been
there
one
has
or two
to be.
times.
I get what you're saying. There has to be, but I don't.
I remember a few times where like we went a couple days without talking, and I honestly can't remember the context. But then like one of us would message back and be like, "Hey man, I cooled down. Like I was being a dick or whatever."
Dude, I mean that could have
And then
happened.
it was
I don't
all
remember it.
Water under the bridge type of thing.
That seems like some shit we would do, but I legit don't remember. That just doesn't. We don't have that.
It's true. I love you, man.
That was gay.
Yeah, that's pretty gay.
We both said I love you to each other at the same exact time. We were like, I love you, man.
Are we starting this podcast or what?
Dude, we've been rolling for...
God damn you.
We're at bar 305 on both of these, so we've been going for a couple minutes now.
Great. Well,
yeah. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, my name is... No, I was going to say something inappropriate.
You should say inappropriate stuff.
Oh, man. You know who has a cool handle on IG?
Who's that?
He's a first form athlete. His name is Huge McLarge. Such a fucking... I swear to God, that's his name. And
That's
it's fantastic.
awesome.
I don't even know him, but I know I follow him, and because his name was Huge McLarge, I was like, I'm not going to ever unfollow him.
McLarge and
Huge
Mr.
McLarge.
Get Big.
Huge McLarge and Mr. I want to get him on the podcast and call the podcast Huge McLarge and Mr. Get Big.
That's actually a pretty good name. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty dope.
Dude, it's fantastic. I was like, dude, that's freaking sweet. So that's my name. I'm going to go with Huge McLarge for the day.
Cool, and I'm going to be Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Damn!
Because I'm thick.
Down with the thickness. I went on a YouTube binger like 2 days ago on Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he's made some terrible movies, man.
Yeah.
They're great, but they're terrible. You know what I mean?
Those are the good ones, though.
Yeah, they're the really good ones.
I like the ones that have the corny one-liners.
Oh, so bad. Do you remember the movie where he does the dance scene? Where he
Which
does like the
one?
really, it's like, I don't even remember what it is.
He
but it's
dances a lot.
He does splits and shit, too.
I mean, I would do splits and dances if I could do either of those things.
It was funny, though. I want to try and see if I can find the video that I watched and send it to you later. But they literally, like, and every time he has, like, a boss fight in his movies, he's always shirtless.
Oh, yeah,
obviously.
He's ripped.
He's ripped. He's shredded. But
they're like,
there's random times.
I just love saying shit and derailing you. It's so much fun.
Dude, I'm trying so hard, trying to keep us online, man. Area 51, man. God damn it. I want to talk about alien titties, man. God damn.
I'm an alien booty man myself.
Dude, I get that. Do you think that aliens are real?
Yes, 100%.
Aliens are definitely real. I don't think that we... Oh, no, I changed my mind. I was going to say I don't think that we have them stored in containers at Area 51, because we probably do, dude. It just seems like some shit we would do. Doesn't it, dude? Doesn't it legitimately seem like something the U.S. government would pull off?
I just don't feel like it would be, like, Area 51 has become this, like, such well-known thing now. I almost feel like that's almost like a distraction. There's, like, an Area 52 that's underneath Area 51 that nobody knows about.
It's probably my fucking aunt's trailer next door.
That would be creepy.
There's, like, rooms that I don't go in or something. And just open the door and be like, what is that green thing over there?
It's like, oh, that's your cousin.
She doesn't even live there.
It's like, hello. She's got like a wig on. She's got 4 eyes.
Oh shit! That's not good. I've never met her. There's a Joe Rogan episode where he talks to Bob Lazar, and the guy was employed for like Area 51 and like did experiments and all kinds of shit, and he like basically got caught outing everything, and now he's just like, yeah, dude, I work there. They're real. Like I didn't see the aliens in particular, but I've worked on crazy spacecrafts. He's like, I've worked, like he just goes on just like this whole thing where he tells it, dude. And the thing that's messed up, he's like, yeah, dude, I mean, there's no, like, he doesn't officially say anything, but he's just like, yeah, it's a thing. It's there. It's real. It just happens. And you just like, and he's like, yeah, I've worked on it. I've done it. They've threatened me to not talk about it, but it is what it is. I'm out now.
My question would
you
be,
you look fucking stunned.
I am a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Dude, you listen to the podcast and you're like, I don't like what I'm listening to right now is wild.
But the thing there is like, I've heard stories of that too, where people have like been there and they like talk to people, and then within like a week, that person's just gone. Like, just gone.
Man. Just
no body.
Yeah.
Relatives, family members, loved ones, no clue where they're at. Just
and then all of a sudden
gone.
you start asking questions and you're like, hey, what happened to Johnny?
And they're like, yeah, don't worry about it.
It's like, Johnny committed suicide. It's a damn shame. It's just like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's like, where's the body? Gone.
I feel like that's an easy out. You know what I mean? They're like, no, he didn't love himself. Boom, gone. It's like, what? You sure he just didn't say the wrong thing at the wrong time?
That's why I'm kind of sketched out talking about this right now, because our audio and our voices are out there for the internet.
No, man, I wouldn't give our longitude and latitudes out or anything like that.
Yeah, 40.125 and latitude.
You don't know shit about
shit. I
shit.
don't know shit about dick.
You don't know shit about shit. There was the other one that I was listening to that kind of creeped me out was Elon Musk on Joe Rogan's podcast. This was last year, but he was talking about AI, and he's like, yeah, we're kind of past the point of like he's like, I've been trying to warn people for years about AI, and he's like saying it like, and like the way he's wording it, you're like, what is he referring to? And he just flat out comes out and says it. He's like, we're past the point of us being able to control it. It's gonna take over, and we're not gonna be able to have any control over it.
Oh, like, great!
Oh, cool, dude.
That's
and he's
awesome.
just like he doesn't say like, oh yeah, it's gonna kill us off kind of thing. But he's luring to the idea that he's like, it's out of our control now because no one wanted to listen when I said put controls on it. Do you know that there is an AI robot that actually exists? And
I've seen this.
And it has rights in some country.
Yeah,
so you can't dismantle it. If it started freaking out right now,
like
yeah, some weird country over there that there's one country that it has rights and you can't.
Why do you think it's a weird country?
Anyway. But no, dude, you can't. So like, if it started freaking out tomorrow, we wouldn't be able to just disconnect it. And it's a fucking robot, bro.
And didn't it like say stuff like they
yeah,
was asking a question like, what would you do to the human race? It's like, we don't want to kill you, but we'd probably like put you all in like zoos and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
because
it's like, can you rewind that?
Yeah, dude, they have conversations where they have like two AI bots talking to each other, and eventually the conversation starts to stray towards the idea that they're just like, you guys are irresponsible, and you would have to probably be quarantined. Like, yeah, hey man,
it's like, whoa, fucking human race, bro. Please.
The other thing that Elon says and that I really thought was actually very funny and very interesting at the same time was he's like, people always complain about wanting privacy, but they upload everything to social media.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's one of those things where it's like, dude, like Zuckerberg's getting in front of Congress getting yelled at because he's selling people's information. I'm like, guys, you're posting your location, your ass in panties, and putting it on the internet. Like, people can look you up. People have pictures of you that they can print out on their phones. Like, if you want privacy, you have to decide. Like, you can either have it or not.
That's true. And ladies, don't ever stop.
Don't ever stop.
Don't ever stop.
Don't ever stop.
It's hot.
We enjoy it. Don't ever stop. But that's a real thing, dude. He's like, why do you guys keep complaining about wanting privacy, but you post everything online? It's like, at some point you're wrong. You're not wrong. Like, we have to stop doing that shit.
Yep. Or stop complaining about it.
Or stop complaining. Stop bitching. Yeah, dude. Stop bitching and just be like, shh, embrace it. Embrace it hard. Love your iPhone. I don't see the allure of constantly getting the new thing, like the iPhones, the iPods, the AirPods. Like, I'm at the point now where like I kind of like shudder every time I see like old posts of myself embracing things, and I'm just at the point now where I play devil's advocate so often, where people are like, AirPods are so fantastic, they're so this, they're so that, they're so great. Dude, my dog just went after something hard.
Yeah, he did. Wonder if that got picked up on the audio.
But I'm just at the point now where it's like I kind of cringe every time I see myself being like a sheeple, and just being like, everybody just drive, like they just drive so hard till the new thing, and I'm just like, man, you guys are just being led right into a fucking canyon, right off the edge.
I was kind of in that too with like the Galaxy Note series phones and stuff.
To an extent, yeah.
Like I would never get like the next one, but I was always get like. So I started with like the Galaxy Note 2. By far my favorite phone. I love the functionality of it. I love the S Pen because when I first started getting into social media, I loved just editing photos, and it made it so much easier. So I got the Note 2, I got the Note 4, and then I got the Note 7, the bomb phone that caught fire spontaneously. I bought it, and then it got recalled, and then the only reason why I got the Note 8 wasn't because the 7 was on fire. I got like a half price discount on it. Mm-hmm. But now like the S10's coming out.
And the Note 10.
Like,
no, the S10's out.
I'm
the Note
sorry,
10,
the Note 10. And yeah, I think like I'm due for an upgrade, but it's one of those things like, do I really need it though?
No.
Like I really don't need it. My phone functions. I can still do my social media. I can call my friends, text. I can, take pictures of Area 51 if I decide to go by chance.
Wink, wink, benefactor. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying?
I'm really not liking the whole benefactor thing because I feel like you actually have something in the works.
Don't worry about it.
I worry a lot when you say don't worry about it. Like
every time you say
more.
Every time I say don't worry about it, you're like, shit.
Like that's a problem.
You're like, damn it, where are we going for Squadcation?
Okay, now I'm
we
really
said
worried.
it, bro. It's set in stone, bro. It is what it is.
Right.
We're going, bro.
We need a solid topic to dig our succulent teeth into. Do you have anything for us tonight?
I have absolutely nothing.
Great, then I have one.
Go for it, bro.
Hi, Jackie.
Hey,
Real
Jack.
quick, Jackie break. Woo, woo, woo. What's up, Jackie?
Dude? Jackie,
You can't whisper. You're on
You can
the
literally
audio.
say whatever you want.
You're
man.
here.
This is
You're
a
in it.
podcast for a reason. And you just let the cat out. Good
Yep,
job.
Cat's gone.
Cat's gone. Probably going to run Area 51.
All right, bye, Jackie.
Wow,
that
good
was
talk.
the Jackie break. So
She literally came out earlier and she goes, penis. Like,
Nice.
while I wasn't recording. And I'm like, Jackie, I'm not recording.
she'd do great on the podcast.
Are you recording now?
Yeah, literally right now. What's up, Mom?
Julian's mom break. Woo!
What's up?
There's meatballs in there and risotto. Do you want it?
Meatballs and risotto cheese. What do you all think about that? Leave a comment
Risotto.
down
It's not
below.
a risotto cheese.
Whatever.
It's-
You know what risotto is?
fancy-
Risotto.
No.
It's like a type of rice thing, right, Ma?
So you don't even know.
It's butternut squash.
Boom. That's literally what I just said.
Wow, not at all what you said, but
You said cheese, you stupid asshole.
well, you fuck,
And it's
shut
good.
up.
It's Italian rice.
Italian
And it's
rice.
lower fat.
You hungry,
lower
bro?
calories.
No, I'm on a meal plan, dude.
You're right.
I
Don't
feel good.
Can't
leave
do
him alone.
nothing.
He doesn't need nothing.
Yeah.
What's your concept? What's your idea that you wanted to talk to?
I wanted to
Wait
talk
or not,
about
'cause if you don't, I'm gonna put it away.
Put it away. Thank
All
you.
right. So
I already found
topic that
my
I wanted to
calories
talk
for the
about
day.
today. I want to see how
Macros.
fast they run away when they hear this.
Go.
As an adult, when was the last time you legitimately shit yourself?
Ew. gross.
Bye, ladies.
Why the hell are you even talking about that?
It's an important
It's a
question that needs
podcast.
to be answered. Dude, when the I have no idea.
Cool. I'll start this off.
Go for it.
Today,
Do you shit yourself
pumping
today?
gas.
You pooped yourself.
I'm standing there, and you know when you have that feeling like, do I have to fart? Do I have to poop? Like, and honestly, I was like 80-20, just a fart. It's all good. So I like let
You
it
just
go.
guessed on the wrong. You were guessing on the wrong
And
percentage.
guess what? I rolled snake eyes, buddy. And I felt it, and I immediately clenched up.
What is wrong with you?
And I'm gonna walk you through my process.
I don't want to know your process.
You do want to know this process.
Oh
I'm standing
my
there at
God.
the pump. I think I had just shat myself. And I look immediately to the door of the sheets. Funny, I shit out of sheets. Find that hilarious. But
It's not even a gas station that doesn't have a bathroom. They clearly have
it's
a bathroom.
clean and everything, but the problem was where the gas pump was, and I know the sheets very well. I was like, wow, I'm literally at the farthest point from the bathroom right now.
Yeah.
So I put the gas pump back in, and I didn't even drive my car around. I just left my car there, and it was busy, and I had no care. And I
No.
just started walking, but not walking like gracefully. I'm walking like
Aggressively.
aggressive, and I'm just stone-faced. And it was like everybody just starts passing me, and I'm like, oh my God, they know. They know
How sure are you that you shit yourself?
Well, you got to let me get to that point. So I'm walking, and as I'm walking through the doors, I have the thought, I'm like, this is gonna be great on the podcast, but it's not a great situation right now. I walk into the bathroom and I'm praying. I'm like, please don't let anybody be in here. Please don't. And by the grace of God, nobody was. I was like, oh, thank you. Go to the handicap stall because that's obviously the one you go to.
That's clearly clean up.
Drop trowel. I checked. I'm good. Shockingly. But I legit thought I had shat myself. And I would admit on the podcast, I have no shame. If I would have just straight up dumped in my pants, I'd be like, yeah, I did. But I was just so uncertain. And then I dropped like the meanest deuce that I ever have.
Yeah.
And I was so glad nobody was in there. I was mortified. I got up, washed my hands, obviously.
But like, and so like legit, how? Like, if you had to guess while you were power walking to the bathroom, you would have put your money down that you shit yourself.
I was like 90% sure that I did.
You were 90%.
But I didn't. Like, I even did the pre-wipe check, nothing. And I was like, how? It was like a ghost poop or something. It, like, dissipated as I got into the bathroom. It was so bizarre.
We were semi-concerned that people will listen to our podcast. I'm positive they won't after that.
We probably lost all the viewers.
Everybody was like, bro, they started talking about shit themselves. I just immediately turned it off.
I want to see analytics of like viewer, nobody.
I really fucking wish we had some way, shape, or form of being able to just see how many people just clicked stop right then.
I'm sure we can
like,
look it up on Google Analytics or something.
I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm done. Wow, man.
Yeah.
So you had an eventful day.
Yeah, it was very eventful.
Wow.
So how about you? When's the last time you shit yourself?
Yeah, so when I was a child... No, I'm just...
Bullshit.
No,
okay, I'm going to say this real quick.
No.
Any grown-ass adult that doesn't admit that they shit their pants at some point in their adulthood,
shit their pants.
Fucking liar.
Yeah, fucking
I'm
liar.
sorry.
No, yeah, definitely.
Like, just own it. Everybody's done it. Nobody will admit it. But everybody has done it at some point. No one's been like, I want to shit my pants today.
Yeah,
like, no. It's just you take that gamble, and you're at a very inconvenient place, and it just happens.
No, yeah. 2 days ago, when I was at work, I got one of those like gurgling stomach situations where I was like, "Oh God, this is it. This is how I die." It was one of those. I was like, "Durr." You know how you're clenching so hard, and you're like, if this fucking comes out, not only is it gonna sound really loud, but also I will lose my job. Like, they'd be like, dude, you shit yourself. You don't know how to act. You're gone. Bye-bye. But I didn't shit myself because I'm a grown adult. I held it in, went to the bathroom, and then handled my business.
I will get you to open up and admit the time you shit yourself.
When I was 14, 15, somewhere around there, I was in Costa Rica, and the water started affecting me badly. Because you can't drink water in other countries just fucking willy-nilly. Like, you don't walk into Mexico to grab a bottle of water and be like, I could slam this back.
Well,
it's not how you do things.
Okay with, right?
Bottled water, I think, is okay, but I
can't do tap water.
That's what I was trying to say, tap water. But yeah, so like one time I was in the middle of showering, and I was just like, here comes a fart, and then there.
You just exploded.
And he's like, hey! You start looking around like, what happened? Like what's that on the wall?
Like the bank robber that got hit by the fucking paint machine in the duffel bag of money. But shit. Just not purple dye that's gonna be traced. It's more like just clean off the back wall and do your business and get the fuck out of here. So was it like a shotgun spray or what are we talking here? Damn.
Yeah, like what you described was the perfect way to describe it.
Shit.
Yeah, man. Literally shit.
That was my only interesting topic that I came prepared with.
Man. Tonight. Well, I'm glad you came prepared.
I do. I like to do that.
Yeah, Scientology. What's up?
No. Getting into heavy topics.
No, seriously. There is so I'm just, dude, I've been on this rampage where I watched a documentary for Flat Earthers the other night, and I got a couple minutes in and was just like, this is rough. You know why? Because okay, I'm serious. When I posted about how I want to get someone on the podcast who like is a legit flat earther, because I want them to try and convince me. Like, you know, when we were younger and they came out with like the Fahrenheit 9/11 to try and say like, you know, 9/11 was an inside job, Bush did it, and they had the documentary, and if you watch that documentary, it was very compelling. There was a lot of parts in it where you're like, fuck, did we fucking pull this off? Like, did we do this? Like, and you start getting nervous. I want that, but for flat Earth. So, like, I want you to literally look at me at some point and be like, bro, you're very deep on the flat Earth thing. Like, how convinced are you? And I want to look at you and be like, bro, I'm 95% sure we're fucking flat. Like, I want that kind of data. I don't think it's going to come, man, and it makes me sad. It makes me sad to think that I can't be duped. I want to be duped. I want people to legit, like Spence is full-on duped. Yeah. Spence is 100% sure that the moon landing was fake, man. Yep. He's right.
He's
like
adamant. Like,
he's adamant, bro.
No,
man,
you can tell.
You
in
see
his
it.
Soul, he believes.
You see it, bro. Like, I mean, I'm like, is your name Spencer? Yes. Is the moon landing fake? Yes. Fuck.
It's like, damn, he believes it.
He thinks his name is Spencer, man. He thinks the moon landing's fake. There's two things. Boom. He's positive. I want to be that with flat Earth, man. I do. I want someone to look at me and be like, dude, how fucking far down are you? But I don't think it's gonna happen, man. I've done my research, and I'm really trying. I'm trying to push myself. I'm trying to get there, dude. Because I'm still not convinced that I can't fight a bear. I'm more...
Every time you say it, it just makes me go, God, I really hope we run into a bear at Squad.
What do you think? Yeah, dude, I'm ready. What
You are not ready.
What do you think is more realistic? That the Earth is flat, or that I will beat the bear?
The Earth is flat.
You think that's more realistic than me beating the bear?
You see how I didn't hesitate with that
Damn.
answer?
I don't know.
I watched.
I don't know if you're a real friend.
I watched bear videos. It was a.
Not
cub.
Bear Grylls.
I was gonna say a bear baby, and I'm like, that's the wrong set of words
Bear
to
baby.
use.
You're
I
an
watched a
asshole.
cub, literally like maybe a year or two old, and it was just like on this person's porch, and they were like recording it through like their glass door, and then it comes to the window, glass window, everything, and it just bang head through the window, like sup guys, like it was nothing. Can you just take your face right now and smash it through that glass window?
No, man. Are you serious?
Dead ass serious.
How?
And it just popped its head in.
And it was a bear
It
baby?
wasn't aggressive. It just was like,
It was just like,
I'm
this
here
is
now.
This is
and
yeah.
this glass was in my way.
My face is now on the other side of this glass. Just like that simple.
And they ran out, and then they got out of the house because the bear went into the house, and then the cops came, and I don't know what they did. I guess they like tear gassed the place or something. The bear, I've never seen. This is what I respect about bears and just animals in general. Is like when they know they need to get out of Dodge,
Yeah.
how fast they can move even though they're that big. Like imagine you running as fast as Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. And I was like, whoa, if that thing wanted to chase me down, I'm in okay shape.
Yeah.
It's going to catch me.
Mhm.
I do martial arts.
Mhm.
I might be able to put up some kind of defense for a solid 5 to 10 seconds. But then after that, if it just keeps coming, there's nothing I can do.
You got no.
Literally
You got no
nothing.
out. That's a shame. I'd be fine. No, one time when we were young, this is a real story. One time we were young, and I was at my house, and we were having some kind of a party. Something was going on, and someone came to me and said, like, "Yo, man, like your sister is in trouble." And we all kind of like froze up. We're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, she's down at the bottom of the park, and she's in trouble. Like, you need to get down there." And I was like, "What the and it was one of those. You know how, like, something happens to you, like, almost like a car accident type of situation where everything's totally normal, all of a sudden the shit happens, and you're like, oh, I'm in it, this is it, I'm in it now. It was one of those where I was like, oh, shit, and everybody in the room had the oh, shit, and we were all like, we gotta fucking go. So we started sprinting, and I'm still the big, like, in this story, I feel like I'm maybe 15, 16 years old. Right after I shit myself, actually, now that I think about
There
it.
you go. It all comes full circle.
And we run outside, and I'm still a big dude. I'm the biggest dude out of all my friends, and we start sprinting hardcore towards the bottom of the park because all I heard is like, "Yo, your sister's in trouble," and we start sprinting, and I'm just mowing past everybody. Like, these guys are like young 16-year-old kids that should easily be blowing me out the water, and I'm just blowing by them, going as fast as humanly possible. And I get down there, and I turn around, and they're like not even close. Like, I beat everybody by 100 yards. And it was just like, what? And then I found out my sister wasn't actually in trouble. The dude was just being an asshole.
Nice.
But, like, it was one of those where, like, that's...
The fight or flight type thing.
Yeah, man. But I don't think I'm going to get that in the bear situation.
And that's just going to be like, fuck!
Yeah, because I feel like if you're...
Bear!
Like, if you're, like... If we're on Squadcation and you're like, bro, bear! I feel like I'm just going to be like, you're in trouble, dude. Not me.
I just got to be not the slowest person.
All I gotta do is I gotta beat Rico. Is all I'm worried about. You know,
The problem is
you have your
Rico,
speed.
Rico is so there's not so much to pick bone wise away from him.
Yeah.
Like the bear's gonna mow through him, and then he's
Yeah.
just gonna start.
Me, you, and Jake are definitely the more enticing meals. Me
true.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm the most enticing.
Yup.
I'm the most enticing, but you and Jake have some meat on you and like some muscle too. So you guys are pretty enticing as well.
Jake hasn't kept up with his cardio, so I think out of all of us, I think I would be the most safe.
Yeah.
As
You're
far
the
as
most
just
safe for
running
sure.
away.
You're the most safe for sure, and then it's a tie between me and Jake.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I think you both would want to square up.
Jake's more.
Jake would look at you and be like, "You want
Rico's a-
round one or round two?"
Rico's a 5K runner, so he has the pacing down,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have the all-out speed that Jake I. We have that explosive fucking get out of Dodge.
Explosive.
But also, it would definitely be like we see the bear coming, and Jake and I turns like rock paper scissors for who goes first. Rock paper scissors for who fucking gets in the ring first. That would be where the situation would come up, and Rico would just be right behind you, just trotting slow.
Yep.
And then just if Jake dies, unfortunately. I don't know if I'm going to defend his honor or I'm probably just going to bounce.
He'd be like, "Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm out."
I would expect the same from him.
Good friends right there.
Like, bro, if I go down swinging, you should get the fuck out. You know, don't worry about me, man. Don't worry about defending my honor. Just get the fuck out.
Just come back and get my sword and shield when it's all done.
Get my sword and shield. Woo! That is, yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. You should be worried.
I'm not. I'm going to outrun all of you. Not even scared.
You're not.
I'll do it in my flip-flops.
It's just a run. It's just a run for me.
I'll be running like flop, 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 flop. You know I'm going to be wearing my flip-flops the whole time.
You wear your flip-flops everywhere we fucking go.
I love flip-flops, man.
What is it with you, dude?
Dude, I love just having my feet out in the open. I don't know if it's from karate, but I feel like even at a young age,
It's got to be karate.
I just loved having flip-flops on because I could just kick them off whenever. And when I can be in bare feet, I'm in bare feet.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Not some dumb, like, oh, I'm one with the earth and some stupid shit like that.
I don't feel like you're that much of a hippie.
I just feel comfortable in bare feet. Like, this is real, too. Like, parades are going to be coming up now that summer's coming to a close, which is sad to think about. But the effort of parade, our karate group's always in it, and I always do it barefoot. One, because people notice that stuff, like, oh, sure, that guy's with bare feet. But also because I would much rather do, like, I think it's a 2 or 3 mile parade route. I feel much more comfortable just walking in my bare feet than I do in shoes.
That's weird.
I know.
That's weird. You're not worried about glass and shit like that.
They clean the roads pretty good before the parades and stuff, but even then, like, I've done it for, I'd say, at least 5-6 years now.
I was just about to say, I feel you've done this for how many? I've never seen any footage. I've never seen you do one. Nothing. Is it like one of those parades where you stop every 600 feet and do a kata or some shit like that?
Like all parades, they're supposed to be nicely paced, but you have the like the bands and stuff will stop. They'll play like part of a song, then keep walking. That holds up everybody else. So that's usually what ends up happening is we'll walk for a little bit, we stop, do a little demonstration, hand out magnets, do that whole thing, and then just keep on going.
You don't ever stop and do a full kata or anything like that?
We'll do like a short kata. We usually don't have like a whole minute of standing. You might have like 30 seconds.
Oh.
So we get like all the kids lined up. We'll start counting. They do their thing. We try to focus on like the kids mostly. Like when we come to like the grandstands where they do like the judging and stuff, which I don't know who's like, yeah, we're number one at a parade. Like, dude, fucking take your trophy off your mantle. Go out and do some push-ups or something.
Jesus, man.
But then we'll do like the black belts will do like a little self-defense thing. Like someone will come at you with a knife or something, and we do a little defense of that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Didn't you do the apple on the stomach thing?
Yeah. We haven't done that in a long time.
Why?
I don't know. My sensei...
No, why the fuck would you do that?
Oh, why would I do that? Oh. Well, I trust my sensei, man. I trust him.
That was... I didn't ever see you do it live. You showed a video of me. You showed me a video of him doing it to you.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, this seems like one of those things you just don't need to do.
Yeah, but it was fun. I like being a cutting board.
Has he ever fucked that up and cut you?
Nope.
Never?
Nope. And I think I've done it at least 5 times. 5 or 6 times.
How do you even, like, I'm assuming you practice that in some way, shape, or form.
He's literally just
that precise that you just don't even worry. You're just like, yeah, he'll cut it.
Like, we don't do any practicing. Like, I don't lay on the ground and have, like, a ball
like a board
or anything that, like, he practices on. It's literally like, all right, we're doing this at a demonstration. You want to do it? Yeah. I lay down, put the apple on my stomach. He does his little thing, and at the end, he cuts it.
That's fucking wild. That's wild as shit. And it just doesn't phase you.
But that's the thing, too. Like,
that's a lot of trust,
man. It doesn't seem wild to me. And I know that sounds weird. I know you're looking at me weird.
It's a goddamn knife. It's going to cut you. If he fucks that up, you could be you could have serious issues.
Absolutely.
You could be a real big fucking problem. Those knives are sharp.
Could be.
Yeah. Cut you right in fucking half. I mean, you wouldn't go that deep. But, it's still a cut across your fucking stomach. Like, it's not... It's leave a mark. Pretty big one.
Yeah.
A lot of blood.
I think it looked cool, though.
It would look cool.
How do you feel about this? What would you prefer to have? A scar or a tattoo?
Scar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would
Tattoo
prefer.
you can choose. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you just... Yeah, got mom right here. It's like, you fucking douchebag. You fucking scar.
All of our tattoo audience gone.
I don't know if you even see it. I have one up here it's the stupidest thing in the world. It's on my forehead. And most people don't even notice it, but occasionally someone's like, what the hell is that? I got so excited when I was 4 or 5 years old. I got so excited when I found out that I was going to go to school that I ran around the room in excitement and slammed into the kitchen table.
That's
and
awesome.
Fucking cut my head open. So, fucking, like, that's not even... It's so dumb. Like, it's one of those where it's like, what the fuck were you excited about? You were going to go to school. And I was just pumped. I was excited.
Alec, my middle brother, he has this, like, something very similar. I'll never forget this as long as I live. I'm sitting at the kitchen table, just finished with dinner. He's in the living room, and there's a commercial that came on for Aaron Carter. Do you know this person? You
I know
who
exactly who Aaron Carter is.
So,
not because I'm an avid fan, but because I know
not
who
because
he
I have
is.
a huge pinup and a full body poster of him in my
Not
room.
because I'm Alec.
But he couldn't have been more than like 5 or 6 years old, and it was just the commercial, and they were just like, you know how they do. It's like the music video, they play like little clips of them singing and dancing and all that. He's just straight up getting it, just going in, like, jumping up and down in circles. He gets dizzy, falls, smashes his face on the corner of our end table, blood immediately, like, and it was one of those things that happened so fast. Like, he fell, he cried. Mom and Dad just immediately scoop him up, and they just go to the hospital. I didn't go. They're just like, stay. I'm like, all right. And they go. And he had to
Like,
get,
all right, man, Alec's dead.
he had to get stitched up across his forehead. And they found out when they got there, like, they tried to give him, like, the Novocaine to, like, numb him up. Well, my dad, Novocaine doesn't affect him. And guess how those genes got passed on to Alec? Same thing. So a 5 or 6 year old kid who's bleeding profusely from his face and is not numb, they had to wrap him in a bed sheet to, like, keep his arms pinned.
Oh, my God.
They had to hold his head, and he had to get, like, 5 stitches. And I was
what
like,
the fuck?
damn.
That's gotta suck.
And now we'll go fast forward a couple weeks. It's borderline healed. We're wrestling in the living room.
Yes.
All this shit happens in the living room
Yes.
for some reason. And he's on my back, and we're roughhousing, and he just straight up grabs my hair and just pulls up like he's trying to, like, tame a wild Mustang. And I rear back like said Mustang, fucking falls, lands right on the
Oh, my
same
God.
goddamn stitches, opens them back up. First thing that came out of my mom's mouth, Brock, what the fuck?
Like, it's 100% your
Like,
fault.
what the hell did I do? Like, first of all, you're 10, you don't swear. Second of all, back to the hospital. They went back.
Dumbass.
They went back. He didn't need stitches. They just put glue, and they gave him the little butterfly Band-Aids. And then I got grounded for like a week.
You think about things like grounded for a week. You think about things like that, man. The one that I think of every time, I thought about it a lot, is when Bryce passed. Bryce and I were super tight for a very, very long time. I'm still close with his brother and all this kind of stuff, and we've had our falling outs, me and Alec have, but, like, Alec's the name of Bryce's brother. I don't know if I ever told you that. They spelled the same way, A-L-E-C and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty wild. So, when we were younger, we set up, we had like when webcams first came out, we somehow got a fucking webcam. I don't even know why we even had one, but we connected it to our computer. It was right in here. It was right in my house, and we connected it to the computer, and we set it up where we shot it into, this used to be our living room. So, like, there's this area in my house now that is used more for baby stuff and everything that used to be the living room, and we just basically aimed it in there, and we were like, all right, we're going to have wrestling matches. And it was me, Bryce, Alec, and probably Russ. I think Russ was in a couple of them. And we used to just have these giant wrestling matches and just do stupid shit and record it and just, like, laugh back at it later. But it just got to the point where we would get so hurt. And so, like, but you thinking back on it, you're like, what in the fuck? Like if you walked into your house and saw, like, your kids doing this nowadays, you'd be like, you're all going to a doctor. You need to be looked at and screened
Medicated
for being stupid.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Now you're like, and thinking back on it, I'm like there was literally one clip where, like, we would stage, like, fights, and we'd be like, okay, you guys are gonna fight for a couple minutes, and then Julian's gonna jump in, and he's gonna do this, and then all of a sudden Russ is gonna, like, kick the door in and jump in, and
so
we'll
you had,
all
like,
fight.
choreographed.
Yeah, we were, like,
Oh,
trying to
that's
do
dope.
that, and then the one was cool. Like, we had Bryce, like, he just, like, slow struts out of the one room, and he's just walking through the living room, and all of a sudden Alec comes in and just changed his mind on what he wanted to do, and just bum rushes Bryce and just fucking checks him, and Bryce just goes flying, slams into the glass table shatters.
Nice.
And we're just like, and everybody just stops. It's like, the fuck is wrong with you, man? That's not what we choreographed at all. And he's just like, I know, but I'm going to see how hard I could hit him. And you good, Bryce? Bryce
As
just
he's
laying
picking
there,
glass out of his back.
just laying on the ground, just fucking in super pain. And we're like, what the fuck is wrong with us? We built a shed out back like legitimately bought wood. Like we stole most of the wood. Like we would go to people's places and be like, hey, you guys need that wood in the backyard? Take whatever we could get, and we built an entire shed, roof, the whole nine. We built the whole thing off of pretty much stolen shit and built a shed. And we used to mainly we used it for drinking alcohol underage. But we eventually got to the point where we kept shit in it, and then we just got to the point one day where we came home, and Bryce was like, dude, you think that you could throw me through the top of it? And I was like, what do you mean? And like, he was just like, he's like, if we stood up on top of your propane tanks and you choke slam me through the roof, you think I'd go through the roof? And I was like, nah, man, we built that roof really fucking strong. No way. So we got a camera out.
It's like, but we're going to test this theory.
And we got to the point where, like, we eventually got to the point where we were just like, fuck it. And we just had, like, Bryce lay. And then Russell, like, did a swanton off of something and, like, landed on Bryce and went through the roof and destroyed it.
God.
And then from there on, we were like, well, now we got to destroy the rest of the shed. So then we just took, like James.
The only logical choice.
We took, like, James and, like, grabbed him and just slammed him into the side walls and just see if he would go through. But we built that thing really fucking strong for a bunch of dumb kids. And it took a long time to break through. And then we just got to the point where we just started grabbing the wood and making tables and power bombing each other. And we had all this on footage, and I really wish we had it. Because I would just love it.
Were cool, man.
Dude,
I miss the 90s.
Dude, you remember those days
Oh
where
my
you could do
God.
shit like that and it wouldn't be a big deal?
Not at
like
all.
you show it to your parents and they're like, ha, you guys are dumb. Nowadays, you'd be legitimately worried about the safety of your children.
A little bit.
Yeah, like there was legit one time when we came home and we're like, we're going to go fishing for the weekend. And we came home and just stole pots and pans and we just went down into the woods.
Stop.
And we just...
You're going to go fishing with pots and fucking pans.
We went... we
You're going to be
stole
fucking,
that.
like, gold mining
We
for
had
fish.
the fishing equipment, asshole.
It's not working! Pan harder!
We had the fishing equipment. That was to make the food. So we would
Ah.
steal food. We would steal pots and pans. We'd go into the woods, and I'd leave a note for Mom, be like, I'm in the woods. Be back on Monday. And we would camp. And, like, it just wasn't a big deal. Can you imagine?
Like, going into the woods for a couple days, no phone.
No, we had no
ID,
such thing as phone.
no nothing.
We took Bryce's dad's crossbow.
Safe.
We took a crossbow. So there's literally pictures of at the funeral service for Bryce. They literally had the one picture where he's holding the crossbow, shooting it.
You know that's
like
not how you hold
of
a crossbow, right?
Dude,
That's how you hold a compound bow.
trust me, dude. This is perfect. I'm nailing the.
No,
if
you're
anybody
doing-
could see,
no,
I'm nailing it.
Not at all.
This is the front of the crossbow.
So
I'm pulling it back.
Everybody at home, so you know how a compound bow works, right? You pull it back. That's exactly what Julian did. A crossbow, you hold like a gun.
No, we didn't have a cross. I meant to say a compound bow. Then did I say
Okay.
crossbow?
You did say crossbow.
That was a
Multiple
compound
times,
bow.
actually. There's no protecting yourself at all, and it's
No,
recorded.
but there is a picture of Bryce holding the compound bow,
There you
and
go.
he's shooting an arrow, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's a cool picture of Bryce." And I'm like, he's holding a bow, drunk in the woods at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's 18 years old. Like that is an extremely inappropriate picture, and everybody's just looking at it like, "Oh, we miss him."
Yeah, I get
Because
that.
I do miss him, but it was one of those where you just looking at it like, man, we were so fucking stupid, man. I don't know how we did stuff like that, and it just wasn't. It's not the same, man. It's not the same. You just can't. You can't. Like, if your kid came up to you and was like, "Dad, you're not gonna believe what I did this weekend," and told you that story, you'd be like, "Okay, you're grounded forever."
Yeah, forever.
When you're 21, maybe you can go outside. Like,
Possibly.
maybe.
Very
and if you do
strong maybe.
with a with a fucking GPS tracker, you dumbass.
You're not allowed to be an adult. Privileges
So back
are taken
to
away.
now that we're off that tangent, we're back to Scientology.
Dude,
have
I
you,
got nothing to put into this.
Dude,
I don't
have
know
you-
anything about Scientology.
Do you really not?
I have no clue about
You
it.
really need to start.
I
Looking
just
into
know
it,
like
dude.
Tom
It's
Cruise does it,
fantastic.
and he's fucking crazy.
Dude,
That's all
he's.
I know.
You know what though? So, for people who don't know, I mean, I don't know anybody who doesn't know about it. You're crazy for not knowing about it. But they have like so Joe Rogan had an episode where he talked to Leah Remini, and she was like deep into it, and she got out of it. And the one thing that she said, because she said she was like, Tom will never get out of Scientology, and it's like it's because like he literally has people who will like wait on his beck and call at all times. Like they're essentially servants. Like that, they will do anything for him because he's just so deep and so into it. And after a while, she's like realistically, like if you had 20 people on call who would do literally anything for you anytime, they can't mutter a word back to you. Like if you're like, I need iced coffee right now at temperature 67 degrees, And it doesn't even make any sense.
A cold coffee,
that doesn't make any sense, right? It doesn't make any sense at all. Like, they can't mutter a word. They can't shrug. They can't... Like, they just immediately turn and go get it for you.
I feel like if you're an actor, you can already do that, though.
You kind of can, but they're like hordes of people, that you don't have to. That you don't have to pay. That you don't have to pay.
If you think right now, if Tom Cruise on Twitter was like, I want someone to bring me a coffee right now, you don't think like 100 people
would be like, where are you at? I'll bring it right now.
Minimum would not be sprinting to their nearest Starbucks.
I mean, that's probably true, but it's still just stupid.
Yeah.
It's still just beyond bonkers. This guy literally has an interview. The guy who invented Scientology has an interview online where he admits that he's like, the real money is inventing fake religions because you can't be taxed.
Boom.
He literally says that in an interview, and he's the main guy. And people are still like, no, this you don't understand this religion. We're doing crazy things. We're saving the world.
Dope.
People are brainwashed.
Cool.
It's
Check, please.
Fucking insane, dude. Do you have an item that people would consider materialistic and unnecessary, but like to you can't get rid of?
Can't get rid of.
Like if I looked at you and I was like, that's fucking unnecessary. You don't need that, but you're like, dude, I can't get rid of it.
I don't know, man. I really, as weird as it sounds, I'm not super attached to anything. Though there's a lot of things that like I want, like. Right off the top of my head, like a car that I want is a Jeep Wrangler. Like that is a car that like I will own at some point.
You're past the Baja stage now.
I'm over the Baja to an extent. If I found one for a good enough price, I'd buy it.
When you told me that, I thought you were fucking with me.
No, I really like weird cars like that. But something about a Jeep Wrangler. My dad had one when I was really young. He'd pick me up from school, and it was like one of my earliest memories. Is like, so when you get picked up from school, parents kind of come around in this circle, and you just wait for them. So he's in line, and his big-ass yellow Jeep Wrangler is, like, in the back of the line, and everybody's freaking out, like, oh, my God, who's that? And I'm like, that's my dad.
That's my dad. That car's sick as shit.
And I don't know why, but I've always just liked that kind of a car. But even though, like, that's a car I will own and I do want it, I'm also okay with the idea of, like, if it came down to it and I had to, like, get rid of it for another higher reason, I wouldn't really worry too much about it because it's like, okay, I had it, now I need something else. And then, not to say that I wouldn't get it again, but things like that really don't bother me. I also don't want to say, like, material stuff doesn't motivate me, because it does, but I'm just not super attached to really anything.
Yeah, I kind of understand what you're saying there. Like, weirdly enough, like, even, like, my room is, like, a lot boxed up now, because I had to take the stuff off the walls to, like, paint and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm just going to box up a lot of this stuff that I feel like I don't ever use. And I boxed up, like, 75% of what was in my room. And it's been sitting in boxes for, like, 8 months.
Damn.
And it's just there.
It's
one of those things where it's like, I know there's stuff in those boxes that I care about, but if I haven't touched it in 8 months, I haven't even looked for it in 8 months, how much does it really matter? So I get what you're saying, and I'm not motivated by materialistic things like that either at all. Like, there's very, very few things that I'm like, I need to have.
I guess it depends on, like, what your idea of, like, materialistic things are. Like, for me, if it's, like, a material thing, like going to Japan, like, that's a monetary thing. Like, that costs money. Like, that is a huge goal of mine, which I will also do one day. So that's like...
But that's more of like a goal. That's not necessary. I get what you're saying. But that's more of an experience, too. That's an adventure. That's an experience.
But I would sooner give up something else for that thing. Mm-hmm. And I can't not do that. Like, I know I'm not going to be on my deathbed and be like, man, I wish I would have went to Japan. It's going to be like, I'm on my deathbed and be like, I'm so glad I went to Japan. And also that I put all that money in Bitcoin.
Yeah. Bitcoin's skyrocketing, dude. I don't know how many times I got to tell people you're stupid for not doing it. You guys are you're sheep. You're behind, man. Get in on the Bitcoin train. Fucking idiots. Bitcoin and go hard into Scientology. You guys are way behind.
But do you have anything that you can think of, like, you could not live or go on without?
No. And I really, because I started thinking about that the other day, and I was like, because a lot of people, like, every day, you know where I got this idea from was Rob, and how they have those everyday carry bags, mm-hmm. where they're like, you can keep all of the things that you carry with you all the time. And I'm like, dude, when I leave the house, it's like wallet and keys and, like, my 6-pack bag for my meals. That's about it. But even then, it's not like that's just because I have goals. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like a 6-pack bag. That's just convenience. If I had to throw it into a fucking plastic bag, oh well. You know what I mean? Like the wallet is just, I literally need to pay for things. The phone is literally just because like it's an attachment to your body nowadays, so you just kind of have to have it. But I'm very much looking forward to going on Squadcation and turning my phone off. We have free Wi-Fi there. I plan on turning my phone off.
I'm gonna take pictures and videos and stuff.
That's about it.
I probably won't be doing a whole lot of social or anything.
No, I plan on not being on social at all the entire time we're there. Like I want to disconnect. I want to be away. And like if I didn't have to use my phone for the gym, and if I didn't like have to be contacted for work stuff, I'd probably just not have a phone. I'm okay with just getting rid of it. I'm totally fine with it. But I can't think of any and I thought that was kind of weird because we live it's 2019, bro, and there's nothing materialistic that you and I, like if your house burned down tomorrow and you just started all over again and you're just sitting in your car, you're like, I have nothing right now. This is it. This is me, and right here, your clothes, all that kind of shit. It's just shit you can get again. I mean, we have Flag Nor Fail shirts that are kind of cool. We have
I'd be really
first form
pissed
shirts.
if I lost a lot of my first form stuff. That would be the one thing I'd be like, that's not cool.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Like just having all the containers and shit like that. Like actually that is one. Like my mom threw a bunch of that shit outside. She was like, "You just had all this shit in your room. I helped clean it up." I was like, "Don't touch my shit."
Don't touch it, AMR.
Like I need to fucking throw that shit into that would probably bother me. But even then, it's just like they're containers.
Yeah, it's stuff that I wouldn't be able to replace. Like
you could replace it.
Well, I mean, like other things like photos and certificates and things like that. Like stuff that, again, it kind of comes back to like experience stuff. Like those experiences are mine and they never go anywhere. But it is nice to have something that like commemorates it. Those are the kind of things like I would miss more than like my TV or PlayStation or. I don't really have a lot of things.
No, I've been in your apartment, bro. You ain't got shit.
Nope. And I like it that way.
You have, minimalistic is better. You have cool stuff, like the bar is cool. You have, all your ninja shit.
Yeah.
It's cool shit, but at the end of the day, it's like, how much are you really going to miss it?
It can all be replaced.
It's all, just buy it again.
None of them, and even stuff like that, like, unless there was a...
baby pictures or some shit like that.
Yeah, like stuff that has, like, a thing like, oh, man, there's no amount of money that replaces it. Those are the only things that I'd be, like, upset to lose.
Yeah. And even that's normal, but I feel like that's weird. I feel like it's almost like not a normal thing for people to just not be able to embrace the fact that there's nothing. It's like, I need that. That's like my lifeline. Yeah. I'm cool, dude. Because there's plenty of people out there who feel like that about their phones.
Yeah.
They're like, no, my phone is like my life. It's like, nah, I'm good, dude.
Yep.
Like if I wasn't promoting a podcast and like legit caring about like, the fitness journey and all that kind of stuff and tracking meals and music, wouldn't have it. Be all right without it.
Get that.
So one thing that I wanted to ask you, because you're a great person to talk to about this, because someone talked to me about this recently. I can't remember who it is.
I'm really good about talking about butt stuff.
I think that people get a misconception a lot about like fitness, nutrition, things like that. That well, first of all, that everything's it's easy, because it's not. No. It's extremely difficult.
It's not.
But the one thing that I thought of, I sat down and I wrote it. I was like, if you don't like it, you won't stick to it long term. So you have to like it, but there's a lot of things that we do, like lifting, you do your karate, that you enjoy those things, but there's so many things that you do every single day to like improve yourself that you probably don't enjoy.
Oh, absolutely. I don't like waking up at 5 o'clock and walking around my town. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
I've even done it like on my Insta stories. Like there's some mornings where it's like so bad, like as I'm walking up, I call it Bitch Hill. Because it's just super
That hill
steep.
sucks.
You went up it one time, right?
You made me do it a couple of times.
Yep.
And I fucking hated it.
And now imagine doing
walking up it is annoying.
And just imagine now, like I've started adding like a weight vest to it, just to make it harder and shittier on myself for whatever reason. And there's like times where I'm like so upset and so angry I have to vent about it, and I'll like put it on my Insta story and be like, I don't fucking want to do this. I don't want to be out here. I want to be in bed. I want to sleep. I want to do this. I want to do that. But the other things that I want to do, I want to be good at karate. I want to be not necessarily like a fitness icon, but I do want to be a fitness influencer. Like if my posts and stuff motivate someone to start eating right, start exercising, like these are the little things you have to be willing to put yourself through, not because anyone told you to do it, but because this is what has to get done today to get that end result tomorrow, the next month, next year, whatever it may be. But yeah, there's definitely there's sometimes where I do genuinely enjoy it. I would say 70 to 80% of the time, I do enjoy it. Yeah, you got to kind of kick yourself in the ass, but I enjoy what I do, or I wouldn't do it. But there's definitely those days where I don't feel like doing it. Even karate. There's times where I get home from work and I've been outside, 90-degree heat, sun's beating on me all day. As soon as I hit that air conditioning in my home, I'm like, damn, my bed's comfy. I don't want to go to class tonight. But then I'll sit there and I'll be like, nope. And I get my stuff together, I get in the car, and then I've never once been like, man, I should have stayed at home. That would have been so much better than this.
Never.
I've never felt that way.
Never. Because the one thing that kind of really, that I thought was because I've always thought, what in the fuck is it that kind of brings, especially the four of us, me, you, Rico, and Jake, because I think about that a lot. What is the one, because we are very, very different. All four of us. It's shocking when you actually sit down and think about how completely different all of us are, literally down to ethnics. We're very, very different people. And there's one thing that I think brings us all together is that we're all very relentless. We're very relentless when it comes to everything. Like Jake's a maniac with his work. I've had conversations with him sometimes where he's told me about how he wants to go get another job. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Jeez.
When the fuck are you gonna do that? That's just how he is. And then I was having a conversation probably 2 or 3 weeks ago with my grandparents, and they're like, so what are you up to nowadays? And I was just started rattling off all the things, and I got to the 7th or 8th thing that I was and I was like, Jesus, what am I doing? Why do I have so many things going on? What am I doing? And it's just, but we're all so like that. We're so relentless. It's the point where when we fail, we're just thinking about what the hell are we gonna do next? You know what I mean? And you're the same way with your karate. You dude, you've been doing it for 18 years. You can hang it up. You can be done.
Nope.
And it's not even close to being in your brain.
Not even.
And to the point where even with Rico, dude's always doing something. I just talked to him, when we were at the party the other day, he was talking about how he goes to school still. I'm like, the fuck are you doing going to school still?
Jeez.
It's been 6 years. What are you doing going to school? He's been he's done music, he's done graphic design, he paints, he cuts hair. The dude has done everything. And every time I see him, there's a photography. He's done everything. And every time I see him, there's just a new thing that he's working on, a new thing that we're moving forward towards. And I think that people kind of that, if there's one thing that kind of brings us all together, it's just the idea that we all just don't stop. We have to get the next thing. We have to be relentless. And we just, if nothing else, we're going to fail. We're going to keep constantly trying to put something else out there, trying to put the next thing out there. And that's the one thing that I think kind of people don't really understand is that even if I've said all this, I've said so many times, if I fail at something 300 times, I'm guaranteed going to try it for 301. I'm going to, it's whether or not I'm you can either be successful or you can just never give up. It's the only two ways that you can do it. I'm either going to be successful or I'm just not going to stop trying. And I'm just never going to stop trying. But I thought that was a cool, because even when the one thing that I really thought about too was Andy. I forget what year it was when we were at Summer Smash, and he just flat out came out. He's like, guys, I don't like working out. He's like, I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. He's like, I like cheeseburgers and whiskey, and I like drinking, and I like eating French fries. He's like, that's what I like. He's like, I don't like working out. It sucks. And yeah, I actually legitimately enjoy working out. I legit enjoy playing football. There's a lot of things that I do, and I make myself. But if I hated working out, how much would I keep doing it?
Yeah.
And there's so many other things that we constantly force ourselves to do. I feel like that's just something that gets missed. Whereas people just think it's easy. People think it's simple. It's not.
And that's
it's hard. It sucks.
And that's kind of what wraps back into social media and everything else, is everybody wants to showcase winning and being motivated, which is great, because I think there's definitely a need for that in a world where the reality is most people aren't motivated to get started. Once you get the ball rolling, different story. It's just
easier.
Part of what you do. It's part of your life. But the fact that there's so many people out there that try to say this is easy, this is not a hard thing to do, you just got to get up and go do it. It's no, even the people that even on their best day, they're probably still there's some part of their day where man, I'd rather not do this, but they do it because they know it's something that they need to do.
Even if it's just as simple as going to your job.
Yeah.
And people are going to sit there and they're going to bitch and they're going to moan and they're going to complain. It's like you have to put that same exact mentality into your next thing.
Or as simple as putting in a DVD and doing a workout. You don't
Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not done.
Well, let's do this because
I'm not done.
It's not to put you on the spot, but we do have a responsibility, especially when we put people out there on the podcast that were forced to bet $100. We got to talk about it.
Can you recap what happened at your Olympic trial real quick before we get into this?
Talk about mine. I'll talk about my Olympic thing. I didn't place.
No. I wasn't trying to be a dick. I really legitimately wasn't trying to be a dick.
Nope.
I was just trying to sidetrack you.
Nope.
Didn't work at all.
But we'll talk about mine.
Not even a little bit.
But just like
Dude,
you brought up the topic.
You're 100% correct.
And I'm not doing it to be a dick to you. I think a lot of people need to a little bit, but I think a lot of people will respect that. Yes, you had a goal.
Failed.
We had
failed
a bet.
hard.
And
failed hard.
But what are you gonna do now?
I'm not done. I said this to you the other day when we were talking at the party, and I said to you, I was like, dude, I need to just get the fuck out of my own head and just do it. It's not. It needs to just be one of those things that I just shut the fuck up and do. And I don't care if it has to be another fucking bet. I don't care if it has to be that I pay out the bet and then be like, all right, fuck it, let's bet again. I don't give a shit what it has to be. I don't care about that. I'm like, it bothered the fuck out of me that there was times where I would put the DVD in and I would do 15 or 20 minutes. And I couldn't get through 15 or 20 minutes consecutively, dude. I would do 15 or 20 minutes and then I would sit on my phone and be like, and I'm breathing heavy, and I'm like, all right, get up and do more, dude. Just get up and do more. And like, I would get up and do another couple of things, and like, the exercises are just so not designed for my big ass. And it's not an excuse. It's literally just like, I literally can't do it. It's one of those things where I literally can't do it, and I know I can. I'm okay with it. I accept it. And I say like the same joke that I say to everybody all the time, where I'm like, you know what, man? If fucking Tony Horton gets stuck with 300 pounds on his chest, he's gonna die. He's gonna die because he can't get it off. You know what I mean? Like he's not picking that up. He's not moving it. Me, if you put 300 pounds on my chest and lay me down on the ground, and be like, all right, you got 5 minutes. Dude, move it to the side. I'll get off. I'm fine. I'm gonna be done. But then if you hang my big ass over a cliff and they're like, you need to hang here for 30 seconds or you're gonna die. No, I'm done. I'm gonna die. I'm 100% gonna die. But no, dude, I failed hard at it. I did it. I did Monday through Saturday, no problem. I did my on Sunday. I went to the gym and did like a little miniature workout, which was supposed to be my rest day. I did Monday and Tuesday again, and then when Wednesday rolled around, it was time to do Wednesday, and we had like a party at the house that night. And I was like, all right, I'll hit it in the morning. I woke up and I was like, man, I'm not feeling too great. I'll do it tonight. And then it just spiraled. And that was it for me. Like, the second I didn't get up and just immediately get it out of the way, then I was like, all right, I'll do it at like 7. I'll do it at like 8.
Yep.
I'll do it at like 9. And then like 11:30 hit, and I was like, if I just skip it today, I'll push it to tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll double down, or on Sunday I won't take my rest day. You know what I mean? And it just that's all it turned into. And then 2 days of that, and I was like, Brock knows, I'm fucked.
And I didn't even.
I'm so fucked. And I knew, and you didn't say a word. And we talked through it. Like there was times where like you would send me something stupid on Instagram. I'd be like, "Ha, that's funny, bro. Fuck you." And we did our normal. And I was just like, I just can't say it out loud, man. And it's shitty. But no, dude, I failed hard. I really thoroughly enjoyed the yoga.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed. There was some parts of plyo that I thought were fun, but in general, plyo was just trash.
Yeah, plyo was the worst.
Oh my god, dude! Like, I mean, but like towards the end, where you start doing like the basketball movements and like stupid shit like that. This is fun. This is fucking stupid. This is fun. I'm okay with this. That annoyed me. The amount of flexibility that I have was good, but the fact that I just couldn't keep going when I was watching fucking Tony and these people on the screen, and I was like, I cannot keep up with these fuckers. It just fucking irked the fuck out of me in so many ways. Like, I was just sitting there like, man, this is so defeating. It's so shitty. And that's exactly how I felt the last time I tried it.
Do you know who else had that same exact feeling?
You, the first time you went for it?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
When I first started doing that, I basically, how I got into like doing P90X, I've told you this before, but just a quick recap. I was sitting in my room, and it was like a weird Saturday where it was just like infomercial after infomercial. And I'm just sitting there vegging out, and like the P90X thing came on, and they were like showing like little clips of like the workouts that they were doing. I'm like, oh, fucking try these push-ups. And I do a couple, like, damn, that felt kind of good. And then they did like the weird like plyo thing, like jumping. I'm jumping back and forth.
Like the little Heisman step shit.
Yeah, and then like my mom comes in and goes, "Stop making all that fucking noise." I'm like, "Sorry, Mom." And I just kind of like put it in my mind. I was like, "Dude, I want to do this." But when it first came out, it was like $120 for the whole thing. I was like, I was still in high school. I was like, "Damn, I don't have that kind of money." And somebody, I guess it was like a friend of the family, was like, "Hey, we got a copy of P90X if you want it." Like, and I told my mom about it, and she remembered it. She goes, "Hey, these people just have a set. Do you want it?" And I said, without like even missing a beat, I was like, "Yeah, I wanted that." And I started doing it, and I fell in love with it, even though I hated it, because the most humbling thing was back in biceps. We only had a 20-pound pair of dumbbells and a 10-pound pair, and I was like doing the 20s for like the first 3 exercises, and then like we got to the 4th set, and I could not for the life of me even get them up to parallel. And I had to put them down, and I stared at those 10s, and I'm like, motherfucker. I picked them up, and I just had that little moment where I was like, damn, I don't want to do this. This sucks. And I don't know what it was, but something just inside me was like, no, you're not at that level yet. You're not going to be able to do these 20s for a while. You need to do these 10s right now. Mm-hmm. Just do the workout. Follow it as close as you can. You're not going to keep up with the dudes that have been doing this stuff for 10, 20 years. You just started. You got to start at the ground level. And I just kept doing it. Saw results after the first 90. I was like, well, fuck it. I saw results. I might as well do another round. Did another round. Fuck it. I got even better results this time. Damn. And then that's when I started, was like, well, nutrition's important. Supplementation's important. Fast forward 7 rounds of that, I've gotten to like a very good baseline shape where I was comfortable enough to go to the gym, and then everything from there is just, it is what it is.
Dude, when I met you, you were still doing P90X.
Yep.
You were still legitimately in it.
Yep.
Because I remember seeing you would pose the same way in all of your pictures, and I thought it was funny. But I also actually randomly thought, I was like, actually, that's not a bad idea to pose the same way so you can see the results every single time you pose that way. Yep. So it was kind of funny, but at the same time, it was kind of like, oh, it actually makes sense to do that.
So you can see the results.
Yeah, so you can actually legit see. But, so, like, did you completely finish it the first time you tried it? Your first time you attempted, you legit finished the whole thing?
There were days where, like, I could not do some of the workouts. I put it in, and I would either be so sore from, like, the previous workout. Like, I would just sit there. I'd watch the movements, and then, like, okay, I can't do this one. I'm going to use this as, like, an extended break, and then I know the next movement that's coming up, like, I know I can do that. I need to go balls deep and just go hard at that one. And then I would. And then maybe the next exercise, it was another one I couldn't do. So it's like, okay, I'm going to break a little bit longer. And it got to the point where, like, as I'm sitting there and I'm watching the movements, I'm like, okay, so they're moving like this. Maybe if I put my feet at this angle, maybe I can modify it a little bit. It's all about just finding ways to just get it done. You're not going to be able to put your hands and feet on med balls and do 4-ball push-ups the first time. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to put one hand on one ball and keep everything else on the ground, get used to how that feels, then add another ball. And then maybe one day take the hands away and just do the feet, get a feeling for that. And it's a progression thing. You got to kind of take it one day, one workout at a time. Just like when you go to the gym, you couldn't bench 315 like it was nothing your first day. And you even said, like, you struggle with 135.
I did.
But you don't go from 135 to 315.
No.
It's just day in and
takes
day out.
a long fucking time.
Just the same thing with that workout.
A long fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because yeah, dude, a lot of people don't know that. Like, I tried explaining to people, because people tell me all the time, like, yo, you're a big dude, it's got to be easier for you, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, like, are you fucking shitting me? 315 is heavy no matter what fucking size you are. Like, whether you're 200 pounds or whether you're 400 pounds, 315 is fucking heavy. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of people on the planet that never touch that number. Mm-hmm. It's not as simple as that, but yeah. You just got to put the fucking DVD in. It's that simple?
Mm-hmm.
Just put the fucking DVD in.
Put the DVD in, and as corny as the line is, it is still probably one of the truest things, and I think it's kind of like ingrained into my life in just all aspects. Do your best, forget the rest. Do what you can.
That is very corny.
You're going to struggle with a lot of things. A lot of things you're not going to be able to do right out of the gate, but try it. Try it, get a feel for it, and get better each time that you do it. And then over time, you'll be like, oh shit, I did the whole workout, and I still feel good. Fuck, I'm going to go for a walk. Oh, damn, I'm going to have a good dinner tonight. Like, I'm going to make healthy choices. And it's just a good snowball effect. Just having that mentality of accepting it's a work in progress. Accepting that you're not going to be an all-star right out of the gate. You got to be able to take that step back, and again, corny as it sounds, humble yourself and just accept the fact that this is different. It's a different beast. Just like you said with the analogy of, you know, a huge boulder on your chest or hanging off a cliff. Yeah, one's going to excel great at one, and the other one not so much. But if you want to survive both scenarios, you got to be able to accept, like, yeah, if I'm going to hang off a cliff, maybe I need to just kind of hang on the bar and get used to that feeling for a little bit.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think that I definitely fucked myself by trying to wake up every single day at 5 on top of it.
That's a lot.
It was a lot on my. I was like, dude, this is rough.
But think of it this way too, like just like I said, like I don't want to wake up at 5, but I have the same thing as you. If I push things off, I will continue to push it off. If I just do it and get it done with, like cardio in the morning, like waking up at 5 in the morning, like it's just part of my routine. Like I wake up, and you've seen my Insta stories, like you can see in my face, like you even messaged me one day.
It's like you look like you're gonna fucking kill everybody in the room.
Yeah, it's like I look like I was gonna die. Like my eyes were half open. I'm like listening to music, trying to drink pre-workout, and smile. I'm like, yeah, I'm great. Like no,
yeah,
it was
you looked rough that day.
Not great at all.
That was fucking hysterical.
But
I was dying laughing because I was already up at that day. I was up, and I was like, "This is funny," because I felt good that day. So it was even funnier that you felt like shit. Because I wanted to message you and be like, "Hey man, you look like ass. I feel great."
Yep. And I was just like, "Yeah, I feel like shit.
I feel like fucking shit.
Gotta get it done."
Yeah. Yeah. No, dude. I'm telling. Like I told you, man. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not fucking done with it. I'm fucking upset, and I'm disappointed in myself. But a lot of the good shit that I've done in the past and of all the cool shit that I've accomplished has always come from me being fucking disappointed in myself. So I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna get through it.
I know you are.
And I'm a fucking.
I know you're gonna pay up eventually. I'm not gonna poke you too much just on every podcast.
Just on every podcast from now until I'm fucking done.
You'd be like, welcome to the podcast. Julian still hasn't paid me.
And what else is new, guys?
But I think that's good too, because you even said yourself, like, you need something that motivates you.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you're getting fucking whiplashed with that one.
Yeah,
but
no, I'm fine with it.
Now the next time around, you'd be like, I'm not losing another fucking $100. Fuck that, Brock's gonna. I'm literally gonna take that $100, put it in an envelope, be like, well, he's gonna get this back eventually. I'm not gonna spend it. It's just gonna sit somewhere, and after 90 days, I'm just gonna give you that envelope back and be like, there, it's not even. It's your money.
Yeah, good job, dumbass.
Unless you stop again, then I'll have 200.
You fucking
then
asshole.
I'm gonna go fucking gamble and lose all of it.
Put it all on black.
Put it all on black.
Ass.
Red.
Put it all
well, gone.
Damn it, black belt Brock fucking messed up on that one. That's
no,
terrible.
I will do that though. So I'll do this bet right now. So I'll let you decide when you're gonna do it again, and it'll be the same exact thing. You need to post about it. I'm not posting
story.
the whole episode. You just need to show that you're doing the exercise,
putting the DVD in and attempting,
and just doing your best, forgetting the rest. Corny, I get it, but it's true. And if you fail again, and you owe me another $100, I will take that $100, and I will go to a roulette table, and I will videotape the whole thing, and I will put it all on black. Just all of it on black.
All of it on black. Immediate.
$100.
Boom. Put it on black.
I don't know how much money do you get back when you do that?
I think it's 50-50. So I think if you win, you would just double it.
So then
I think you have to keep doubling it.
Keep doubling it
until you lose it.
Oh, I'd lose it all. No. I would do it one time.
No, just once.
If I win it,
cool.
You would get $100 back.
Okay, cool.
If I lose it,
well, we both
lost stupid. But it'll be great content.
It is, dude. Come on the podcast and be like, guess what, man? Neither of us has any money.
It's like, man, red sucks.
I think it's 50-50, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've read somewhere that it's 50-50.
Nice.
So we're gonna wrap this up. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It probably has been. Right. Probably close to it. You have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we kind of hit it all. I feel like I hope everybody wasn't hoping for a laughy, jokey, chuckling podcast.
That's okay, man.
More serious.
This one was definitely more serious, but we need these. We need these to keep ourselves humbled and graceful in our chemistry, which I love you still.
I do too.
Love you so much.
Can we go make out a little bit?
Stop being gay.
Sean, we're sorry.
Dude, no. Sean is one of the most accepting people we've ever met in our entire lives.
He's
a great
cool dude.
Great dude. He's gonna love this one. He's gonna love this podcast.
I think he will too, especially the Area 51 and the alien titties and stuff.
Naruto.
And the Naruto running. Naruto.
Naruto. Say it again.
Naruto.
Yeah,
like you don't break it up and go Naruto.
No, it's Naruto.
It's Naruto.
Sounds like Naruto.
Wrong.
If we Naruto, then we'll dodge all the bullets.
Oh God, so bad. All right, go chase your dreams. Naruto run all over the fucking place.
Chase your fucking dreams, guys.
Area 51, September 20th. Be there.
Yeah,
be fucking
gay.
Be there.
Be there. Be fucking square. You guys are gonna really enjoy getting shot in the face.